Managing inventory levels can be one of the most difficult parts of any business. Having too little inventory can mean that we can't provide the services that we need to our customers or provide them the goods that they're requesting in a timely manner. Having too much can increase our carrying costs, like having to have more space, or we can end up with obsolete inventory. So that's not good either. Managing the inventory level can be extremely difficult, especially for companies that don't have a person or department in charge of procurement. ODOO has several ways to fix this problem. The ultimate goal, of course, is to have what are called reordering rules, which basically say if inventory drops below a certain level, we manufacture more of that product or we buy more of it. But if you're just getting started with ODOO and you're trying to improve bit by bit, there's another way to go about this till you're ready to move on to reordering rules. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So if we go into inventory and then we go to operations and replenishment, it brings up a nifty little screen that helps us stay on top of our inventory. So I don't have any reordering rules yet. So all my mins and maxes are set to 0. So it's saying, hey, our forecast is negative here. We need to at least get back up to 0 so that we can do everything that we've promised our customers we're going to do. So let's break this down real quick. We're saying that we need 3 more than what we have in warehouse stock. We need 3 more large meeting tables. And so we're suggesting that we need to order 3 more of these. Now I can go through and I can change this and I can say, well, actually, let's get 10. We're selling a lot of large meeting tables here. Same thing with our 3-seat sofa. I can say, hey, yeah, let's order 3 of those right here. Now this says order here, but really what this is going to do depends on the route that we're putting in. So for large meeting table, we may buy it. That's going to create a draft purchase order or an RFQ. If we were to be manufacturing something like this black drawer, it's going to create a manufacturing order for us for 3 of these black drawers. The nice thing too is once I've set my route here the first time, it's going to set that as my preferred route for this product and location, so in the future I don't need to change this up. Anything else that I change here will also be saved. So if I change my minimum level to 10, and of course it's going to warn me that my max needs to be at least as high as my min, it's going to say now I should order 13 to get back up to my max, because it's always going to try and get up to this max. So if I move it to 12, you'll see now it's 15. But all that gets saved so that next time I come in, it becomes easier for me to manage my inventory. Beyond all this, if I get to the point where I feel like, yeah, managing it between 10 and 12 is working really well for us, I can click automate, and that's going to create an automated reordering rule for me so that I don't have to manage this actively anymore. So you can see that this tool is a great halfway point to keep our finger on the pulse for inventory levels, but not to set it fully automated just yet. There are a few key things to remember here though to make sure this works properly. If we're using our buy route, we need to make sure that on our product in the purchase tab, we have a vendor set up. So I need to add a line and say, okay, this is going to be Azure Interior selling us this, and our price is going to be 15 a pop. And certainly if we're using the manufacturing route, we need to make sure that our product has a bill of materials that's active tied to it. Another key thing to note is that if these products are being fulfilled by the same vendor, we will only get 1 purchase order here. You can see right here all the products that we wanted to order through Azure Interior. You should also know that if we order more product from the same vendor and we still have an RFQ outstanding, it's simply going to add that product to this purchase order. So we'll go ahead and order this, and you'll see it's added it to our existing PO, number 12 here, like so. One last thing to note is that if your product is not set to be a storable product, it's not going to show up in replenishment because forecasting doesn't apply to it. So there you have it. That's replenishment. It's a great tool for making sure you maintain the correct inventory levels. As always, if you have questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below or grab some time with me on Calendly. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your time. Hope you learned something, and we'll see you again soon.